Yo, yo, what is the deal, everybody? What is the deal? Yo, it has been a long time. It's been a long time, bro. We've been waiting for the season to start. We've been waiting. We've been speculating. We've been talking in the offseason about everything. But let me tell you something. It's here, y'all. It is here. Salute to everybody in the chat. Good morning. Get wasted with your brother, Wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It is Wake Up with Wasted. I'm your man, Wasted Talent. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to my guys in here, man. Y'all know how we do, man. We don't rock until it's over 100 in the room, but it's all good. I know you guys will come in. It is early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? For the early morning show for the East Coast and the West Coast. Salute to everybody. Let me know where everybody is today. This is Christmas Day for everybody out there. Y'all let me know. Let me know where everybody's at, where y'all situated at, man. Where y'all watching the game at, man. We are gonna get into the matchup. We've been breaking it down all week to a fine pace, right? But look, there's some things that have happened over the last day or two that are going to be pertinent to the outcome of the game. Also, we're definitely going to get into some fantasy football stuff. We are going to get into daily fantasy. We're going to get into dynasty fantasy. We're going to get into gambling, and guys, listen, man, this is going to be a most splendiferous occasion, man. A most splendiferous occasion, man. Salute to everybody on Twitter. We got over 100 in the room. It is time to cook, man. Now, guys, listen. I don't know if you guys are understanding of the weather conditions and how that's going to affect the Raiders and affect the Patriots game. But right now, the Raiders and the Patriots game is going to have rain. And a lot of people don't think that it's going to be a humongous issue. But listen, man. It's always a humongous issue, man, when you're an indoor team that has to play outdoors. Now, the weather conditions for this game, it's going to be rain on and off, 5-mile-per-hour winds, so it shouldn't affect Daniel Carlson too much. But it is significant. It's a thing, everybody. It is a thing. Now, the Raiders are 2.5-point underdogs to the New England Patriots. The Raiders historically traveling in 1 p.m. games on the East Coast have not been great over the years, but this is a new regime, a new time, a new feeling, a new era, right? And this is the first week of the season, right? So the Raiders are on their clock now. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody really has a humongous home field advantage in a sense from the perspective of guys being nicked up and things like that. Because, listen, everybody's fresh as a daisy right now, right? Now, when we start getting into the injury report, the Raiders really do not have a whole lot of injuries, man. The New England Patriots really have some significant injuries on their time, on their side. Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels undoubtedly are going to try to provide an instant boost to that offense and the defense, respectively. So this is not some squash game. The Patriots were 4-13 last year, as well as the Raiders. But, the Patriots have done some things in this offseason, man. They've had a strong free agency. A super strong free agency, and they've shored up a lot of very, very key positions. They shored up their offensive line, and they got their running game going as well. And this is going to be, this is going to be a thing, man. This game is going to be close, man. On paper, the Patriots have significantly improved, man. They brought in Milton Williams, Carlton Davis III, Robert Spillane, Harold Landry, and others, right? And then in the offense, they brought in Stephon Diggs, Trayvon Henderson, which is a humongous addition to that team. It is almost as significant as us adding Ashton Genty. You guys know, during the draft process, I was a huge proponent and fan of Trayvon Henderson. To me, he was running back number 2 in the class, right? They added Morgan Moses, Garrett Bradbury too, and Will Campbell. Now, Will Campbell is a guy that we got to keep an eye on because, as you guys all know, Will Campbell has an ankle injury. He is going to be dealing with Malcolm Kuntz and Max Crosby, so that should be a bad day for the young rook. I mean, what a time to come into the National Football League and have to deal with Mad Max Crosby as your first guy. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. We got almost 300 in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wasted, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend, man. Good morning, yo. Good morning, my guy Jeremy Stoots with the $5 holla, man. At the game, it's going to rain all game. Must get the ground game going. And listen, this, guys, is an Ashton Genty special. All you fantasy nuts out there, If you have Ashton Genty, he is a must start today. Even though this is his first game in the National Football League, Ashton Genty, like your life depended on it, stone cold lead pipe fact. My guy, David Walker with the $2 slap-a-rooney. I'm here wasted. Let's go. Oh, my God. My brother from another mother is in the place, man. My dog, David Walker, man. Brick City's own, man. Salute to my guy, David. Salute to Newark, the city of Newark, man. 24 hours apiece. It was a splendiferous occasion in Newark, man. You know, this is something that, you know, is so flavorful for everybody on the East Coast, man. Salute to the mayor, man, Mayor Ras Baraka, and everybody who put that thing together out there. I mean, Cool G Rap was out there, Jada Kiss. I mean, it was a splendiferous occasion, man. Salute to Ross and all of them out there for doing that, and for the city of Newark holding it down and not causing too many problems. Yo, my guy ARB Bowling, my brother Wasted. The season is here. Raider Nation for life. My dog ARB is in a place as usual. And my guy Larry DM with the $10 bomb. Happy opening Sunday. I just bet the mortgage done on Thornton, 1.5 receptions. Felt the blow up the pass now. Now I can be really hurt when they underdeliver. Look, man, this is the thing, right? The fact that he's going to be out there, he's going to get a high usage rate, even though he's a rookie, and you don't have a guy like Christian Gonzalez out there, bodes well for that prop bet. That bodes well for that prop bet. I'm going to say this live. And listen, guys, the new thing that we're going to be doing on Wake Up with Wasted next week when we go live and we do this next week, right, God willing, what we're definitely going to do is we're going to go over what we got right and what we got wrong, right? Because we got to show proof that what we're doing over here is working. What we're doing over here is working, man. I'm trying to tell you. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. George Cortina, as always, man. The super fan extraordinaire. He says 54 and up, 54 to nothing. My guy, Graphic Raider, is always in the place as usual. Appreciate my dog Graph for pulling up, man. Yeah, and Richard Snyder, and we're gonna get into it real quick. Yo, listen, why is Besh not getting that much publicity? That's actually a good thing, bro. Actually a good thing, bro. I don't think the league understands what's about to happen in it with Jack Besh, man. And because Jack Besh he's a lunch pail guy. Like if you remember when Hunter Renfrow was drafted, Hunter Renfrow didn't get a whole lot of ink and press neither, right? Guys like Jack Besh make their bones on the field. You know, Dante Thornton is a guy that when you look at Dante Thornton, man, Dante Thornton is an impressive looking athlete. Pause if necessary, but it's just the facts. Dante Thornton is a guy that as soon as he gets off the plane, you're like, man, 6'4", 6'5", 4.3 speed. I want that dude. I want him on my football team. Jack Besh is not that imposing kind of a figure. He's a guy who makes his money going underneath, going over the middle, blocking. He's very, very similar to Jacoby Myers. And I think that is most likely why you have not heard a lot from Jack Besh. But listen, the guys that you haven't heard a lot from are the guys that are going to affect this game. You know, guys like Michael Mayer. You know, in the beginning of camp, we heard a lot about Michael Mayer, but Michael Mayer, this is going to be a Michael Mayer special today. Look, Trey Tucker, Geno Smith is one of the best deep ball throwers in the National Football League. He is going to get Trey Tucker the football. Now with Dante Thornton, look, do I expect Dante Thornton to do well today? Yes. But do I expect him to be our number one deep threat guy? Not in the beginning of the season. There are a lot of things that rookies need to learn. These guys need to learn how to release off the line of scrimmage and things like that. And these are all things that Trey Tucker has been working on for his career. And this is a guy who's been in a locker room with the Devontae Adams, who showed him a lot. Jacoby Myers, who showed him a lot, right? So listen, man, this is a Trey Tucker special as well, everybody. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Get wasted with your brother Wasted, man. Oh, my God, man. We got my man Rudy the Vet Russo with the $10 slappy. Live rounds today, Wasted. Let's effing go. Salute to my brother Rudy the Vet effing Russo, man. The hardest working man in Raider Nation, man. My dog, man. So, guys, let me ask you guys a question, man. My guy actually he's sleepwalking with Wasted, man. He said Raiders and crypto, my two favorite passions. Crypto Steve. Yes, man, I am a crypto aficionado myself. Yo, my dog Graphic's in a place too, man, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing, man. Yo, my dog Graph, let me ask you guys a question, right? And I'm ask Graph too. Graph, if you're playing fantasy football and you're gambling and you got prop bets, we're going to bring up some prop bets in a couple of minutes. What Raiders are you guys going to play? And I'm going to be honest with you, my brother Graphic hit it right on the head, man. He hit it right on the head. Genty, Brock, Myers. You don't even, it sounds almost like a law firm. It sounds like an ambulance chasing law firm. This is something that you don't have to go into this thing and try to, do Raider gematria here. Only thing you got to do is follow the effing playbook, man. Yo, Ashton Genty is going to get over 25 carries a day. Brock Bowers is going to be Brock Bowers. He is a guy that is there aren't many teams that are able to deal with that level of threat on the offensive side of football. And the one thing about Geno Smith, and I was looking at some of the quarterback rankings, right? Dan Orlovsky and Warren Sharp start going through quarterback rankings, and they start ranking guys. And Geno Smith was ranked as the 7th best quarterback in the league from a ball placement perspective. So Geno Smith is a guy that the one thing he's going to put the ball in a place that is very favorable for the receiver. And I noticed a lot in the Cowboy game, right? Ball placement is a thing, guys. When Derek Carr was here with the Raiders, and I don't want to start the Carr wars, guys, but Derek Carr a lot of times would put the ball in a bad place, right? Geno Smith has excellent ball placement. So that will bode well for our pass catchers, even in the rain, guys. Oh my God, everybody's in a place right here, man. Everybody's in a place, man. So look, man, let's get into this a little more, right? Now, the money line analysis on the Patriots has been, very, very, like, this is pretty much an even money game, right? But people are really betting high on Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels paying dividends for the Patriots, right? The thing is, for me, right, is an offense is an offense when you are whole and solvent up front. And I think that this is a Max Crosby special on the defensive side of the football. Max Crosby is going to wreck this game. They have a rookie out there. Will Campbell, if I'm being honest, was the best lineman to be drafted. He was the most consistent. Listen, when we start talking about measurables, a lot of people loved Armin Mimbu coming out. But at the end of the day, Will Campbell was super consistent throughout his college career, and he is going to be a Pro Bowl player. But this is a baptism by fire with this kid, man. Now, for me, the sharp bettors are taking the Raiders, right? After trading for Geno Smith, after drafting Ashton Genty, the Raiders have injected like almost a shot of steroids into the Raiders football team. We have improved at the most important 2 positions on offense, quarterback and running back, man. And I'm going to be honest with you. You already have kind of got the receiver situation over the middle covered with Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers. So we're not a team that is bearing the cupboards right here, man. And the Raiders can kind of feel good about the offensive direction last year, even at the end, right? Playing with a bare cupboard and guys that were hurt, man. Now, similar to New England, we're 4-13, right? And we did a major coaching overhaul as well, right? And this is the thing. We are in a situation where we definitely have the advantage at head coach. And look, I am not being hyperbolic. We definitely have the advantage at head coach and at play caller because we have Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll is one of the deans of the National Football League when it comes to coaching. And look, I can't make this any plainer. Pete Carroll has done well over his career, and I'm going to show you guys really quickly how he's done in his debut. In 1994 with the Jets, he won against the Buffalo Bills 23-3. 1997 with the New England Patriots, 41-7. And 2010 with the Seabags, 31-6. So Pete Carroll has always been a guy who has made an entrance, right? Pete Carroll's always made an entrance. Always made an entrance. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. My dog, Graphic Raider, bold take. Zeus gets a tutty. Hey, Graph, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. And that's a prop bet too, guys. Zamir White, lock it up. Grab. I don't think that that's such a hot take, bro. I don't think it's such a hot take, Grab. I don't. And I'm going to tell you why. This is going to be a guy that is going to be used in short yardage. And when you start talking about the Raiders and you start talking, because I can't give you guys just all hopium. I can't give you guys everything that's right. Geno Smith, throughout his career, has not been the best in the red zone. That has always been kind of Geno Smith's Achilles heel as a quarterback, right? So, one of the ways that you come out of that is making sure that you have a stout running game, making sure that you run the football when you are in the red zone or when you're in the green zone, right? And I think the Raiders are definitely going to do that. You know what I mean? Now, when you talk about most of the people in this league, man, you know, most quarterbacks in this league get 50% of their touchdowns in the red zone. You know what I mean? And that is one of those things that Geno Smith has to clean up, man. 50% of all passing touchdowns throughout the league come inside the 10-yard line, man. You know, and the thing is that there are certain quarterbacks that don't get the opportunities. I think Geno will get a lot more opportunities to be inside of the red zone this year, and I think that percentage will go up. My guy, Seth Wickersham in the place, man. He goes, wasted. By the end of the day, we will be undefeated and the Queefs will be in last place. Raiders, salute. Guys, listen, let's not get too carried away with this week 1 stuff. Win, lose, or draw, it's one game. I'm going to say it again, y'all. Win, lose, or draw, it is just one game, guys. It's one game. But the thing is this, man, we are in a situation where the Kansas City Chiefs week 1 has shown us that they are not the juggernaut that they once were, right? The Chiefs were a team that it just worked out in that way where no matter what was going on, the Chiefs will find a way to win, right? That to me, and Graphic and I spoke about this on the last show, the Chiefs were the worst 15-2 team I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a team get bailed out more than that, right? And listen, this is a Raiders show, so let's bring it back to the Raider perspective. The Raiders are in a situation where every single game matters because all of them are going to matter at the end of the season. I think the AFC West is going to turn into the Hunger Games at the end of the season. I think every game this year is going to matter, and I think conference record, all of these things are going to come into play to see who goes to the playoffs. Every single one. Every single one, man. Salute, man. But let's not get carried away, man. Boogie's Moolah, man. He's been on the team for years, and Jacob's always been sending subs. Zamir White can't break tackles, one-on-one tackles. He can't even carry people extra yards. Why all of a sudden do we think he can? Bro, Boogie's Moolah, let me ask you a question, bro. You know, when you say things like that, are you sure of that? Nobody's ever said the one thing Zamir White has had a problem with was breaking tackles. That's never been his problem. His problem has been hitting the correct hole, bro. And, you know, pause if necessary, right? I mean, that's never been one of my problems, you know, bang zoom. But I'm going to be honest with you. That is not the problem. The reason why is coaching. And that's not the only reason why Josh Jacobs was always sending subs. Listen, Boogie's B Moolah, this right here is week 1. This is a week where we're going to rejoice. We are going to highlight this team. We're going to tell you why it can work. And I think he will play better. He will play better. But if you want to come in here early in the morning, pre-first game of the season, with all that negativity, man, I'm going to be honest with you, Boogie. You can get that F up out of here with that crap. I don't want to hear anything that's negative week 1. We are going into this with a positive mindset. This team is going to go out there and absolutely cook. We're going to be 1-0, and we are going to set ourselves up to go and beat the damn Chargers. I don't want to hear that crap. The F up out of here. Your crap early in the morning, Boogie. Talking about some F and moolah. Get the F up out of here with that. My guy, Kid Raider with the $2 slapperoonie. Let's start this season opening up a fresh can of whoop ass. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you. My guy, George Cortines with the $10 slapperoonie. Keeping the lights on here, Raider Nation Unlimited, man. Appreciate my guy, George Cortines, man. My dog, man. Capital with the $5 slapperoonie, man. A miserable rainy day in New England has Genty written all over it. Hand the young bull a ball and show everybody what it is all about. You damn right. You are absolutely right, bro. You are absolutely right. So, guys, listen. It's finally here, man. He said, don't make it. Listen, hey, Raider fella, let me tell you something. Look, I appreciate everybody who subscribes to Raider Nation Unlimited, right? I do. I love all of y'all. I appreciate you guys. But if you unsubscribe, you can get the F up out of here on a horse that you rode in on. You know the greatness that you get every time you pull up the Raider Nation Unlimited. You know and you understand the greatness that you get when you are here with myself or Graphic Raider. You know what time it is. So if you subscribe, that's on you, buddy roll. Because it ain't, let me tell you something. It gets ugly when you get down the dial when it comes to content. Listen, there is a phrase that the great wasted talent has coined, and we have all adopted it, and it's called content. You better get the F up out of here. And why am I so grumpy? Because that's who I am. You guys been watching me get more gray hairs than we talking about. Now let's talk about, you know what? I want to get into, you know, more of this matchup, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna transition to more of the league stuff. All right, because we're almost a half an hour in. We got a jam-packed show for you guys today. Yo, my guy Snipe is in the place, man. A heavy dose of Genty and a downhill bully and Zamir White. But please, fellas, do not fumble the ball. I know it's pouring out there. Salute, my brother. Look, these guys are professionals, man. These guys are professionals, bro. They're professionals. You know, Genty has not been a guy who has fumbled the football. Zamir White had a little bit of an issue with it last year. You are absolutely right, bro. Absolutely right, man. Absolutely right. Yo, so my guy, Daniel Lamore, yo, wasted. Should I start Jacoby or DeAndre Smith? I was gonna Swift. I was gonna roll with Jacoby, but with the rain, I'm leaning DeAndre Swift. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, it depends on what kind of league it's in, right? So if you're in a PPR league, you got to understand Jacoby Myers was last year wide receiver number 1. He was wide receiver number 1 for us last year, but he's wide receiver number 1, but he's option 3 in this Raider offense, right? Now with DeAndre Swift, you got to ask yourself, how many carries is DeAndre Swift gonna get, right? Because you're talking about, you know, a situation where, you know, he's on his 6th year. He's with the Chicago Bears, right? And we're gonna look into that Bears matchup, right? So let's look into the Bears matchup, because see, things like this matter, right? And you gotta understand, this is a Ben Johnson offense. Ben Johnson is a guy who likes to really run the football. You have a young Caleb Williams. I would, if I'm being honest with you, I'd start DeAndre Swift. I would definitely start DeAndre Swift, right? And then with that matchup with the Chicago Bears, we have to start looking into, like, you know, how exactly, you know, things are going to go with usage with Ben Johnson, because this is his first game as a head coach, man. Oh my God. What did I just do? My God, I got to go back in. But yo, y'all, let me tell y'all something, man. We got to get it going today, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Yo, my God, hold on, y'all. Wait a minute, I forgot to read some of these. Hold on. Yo, so guys, listen, let's get back into it here, man. What do you guys think about Drake May? You know, I think Drake May is a kid last year who was balling, right? At the end of the season, you know, he was starting to pick it up in a way where, you know, most people were not, right? Like him and Jaden Daniels did a phenomenal job towards the end of the season of picking things up, man. So, you know, now, you know, he's in a situation with Josh McDaniels and a new offense. Josh McDaniels has not necessarily done great when you start talking about bringing in, you know, a young quarterback. He has not done great. He has not done great, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. But look, hold on, man. I'm trying to find something here, man. Now, we got to start talking about, you know, home field advantage, things like that, right? Now, the New England Patriots don't necessarily have the greatest home team advantage, bro. Like the New England Patriots last year were the only team last year who was not favored in a game. This is the first time the New England Patriots have been favored in a game in a year. And the New England Patriots are the 18th ranked team in the league as far as a home field advantage at Gillette Stadium, guys. You know, so, you know, McDaniels has always been a guy that kind of ruined some of these young QBs, man. He's always been that kind of a guy, man. But, you know, look, Drake May is super, super talented. He's super, super talented, man. And they went out there and they've done a lot of things to kind of outfit him. The thing that it has been one of the big questions for me going into this matchup is Stephon Diggs and his recovery, right? Like, he didn't play in the preseason, but he was a full participant throughout training camp, and they said he's expected to be on pitch throughout training camp. But, Diggs has disappeared a lot during a lot of the team drills and in the joint practices in Minnesota. He was Drake May's second most targeted receiver in the summer behind Demario Douglas. He has some really dominant flashes against the Vikings, but the thing is, how healthy is Stephon Diggs, man? I mean, he's a vet. He's going to be heavily involved. The Raiders secondary is one of the things that are in question, though, right? We really don't know how this Raiders secondary is going to play, right? This is a baptism by fire. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is a great, great team for that to happen for. Great team for that to happen for, man. Y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. Get wasted with your brother wasted, man. Yeah, but listen, everybody says Diggs the diva and all this other stuff. But look, at the end of the day, Stephon Diggs has been a hugely successful player in his league, man. Hugely successful. My guy, Garment King, he said, we're going to do a Kendrick Lamar and Drake because they're not like us. Gangster Raiders, man. My God, man. Yo, my guy, Super Mario Crime. Gotta hope Drake May is overwhelmed by the complexity of Josh McDaniels' offense and holds on to the ball for pressures and sacks. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see that happening with this kid. I really don't, man. Look, Drake May, if he's nothing else, when he was coming out, right? And, Drake May is a guy that when we were going through the draft process before he was drafted, that was Graf's, like, besides Jaden Daniels, that was his number 2 guy. Like, Graf loved, I think, not to mention Graf too much, but I think Graf liked, Drake May more than Caleb Williams. You know what I mean? Like he loved Drake May. And one thing, and it made me look more into Drake May, right? And Drake May is a guy that does not have a problem processing. That's never been his problem, right? And I think, bringing in a guy like Bradbury, is something that's going to help the young guy. The only thing I need to ask is this, man, right? Can Bradbury hold up in one-on-one consistently? You know what I mean? And then Morgan Moses is a guy who has struggled with speed. He's always struggled with speed, right? And one thing we do have with this defensive front is we do have speed on that defensive line. Max Crosby is one of the, the most sudden and quick defensive ends there are. And Malcolm Kuntz is definitely fast. So I think this bodes well for the Raiders. They're going to have to keep a lot of pressure on that kid, man. Now, when you start talking about, Will Campbell and being a rookie and having to come out and deal with the Raiders, man, I'm trying to tell you something, man. This is going to be a really, really hard game for Drake May and his receivers. They're going to have to minimize the damage from the fact that the Raider pass rush is going to be so hellacious today. Salute to my guy, Joe Vigil, man. He goes, I've been looking forward to getting back on lives with you and Graf. Another year down, and we still breathing and banging the nation. Love. Shout out to my guy, Joe Vigil, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Now, listen, guys, one of the things we got to go into this Raiders scouting report, man. They said that the Raiders don't have another healthy quarterback, and it's going to be imperative that we keep Geno Smith upright. I'm hearing that is not true. The Raiders are going to bring up another quarterback, so we're going to get into the injury report right now, guys. I should have had this post pulled up already, but we're going to get into the injury report. The Raiders also elevated Caillou Kelly, not Caillou Kelly, but they elevated Trayvon Edmonds today. So the Raiders are gonna have Kenny Pickett available today. He had a full practice. Caillou Kelly had a full practice. It looks like they're gonna be out there. Christian Gonzalez did not practice, will not play. He is out. Will Campbell is questionable today, but he's gonna play. Charles Woods had a concussion and a groin injury. I see Geno Smith kind of going at him. He will play. Christian Barrymore was out on Wednesday, but it's not injury related. Christian Barrymore is going to be a full go. And Efton Chisholm, the wide receiver, knee, was a full practice participant. He will be playing, guys. So salute to them. And Trayvon Edmonds will be playing, man. And they activated Alex Bachman as well. I think you're going to see Alex Bachman out there, balling for this special teams unit. Justin Shorter was signed to the active roster as well. He will be balling for this special team unit. And Brian Asamoah and Jeff Driscoll are on the practice squad. We know that was a little earlier. And those guys are going to be ready to compete and ready to win, man. Salute to everybody, man. And God we trust is in the place, man. Yo, Diggs is an elite in route running. The Raiders probably need to try some press, man, because the Will Campbell will have a lot of pressure trying to get Drake make time. That is true. Now, look, this is the thing for me with the Raiders, man. The Pete Carroll experiment is on notice right now. A lot of the stuff that we did not do for this team, as far as from a free agent perspective, bringing in a vet and going with the young guys, using kind of the Jimmy Johnson metric and playing some young guys, is going to be we're gonna see this in real time, because they're going to be tested today with Stephon Diggs. Make no mistake about it. Cool thing is this: it's raining today, right? So we got a slobber knocker, like old JR says in WWE, man. So that's going to slow that passing game down a little bit, man. That's going to slow that passing game down a little bit. What I want to see is if we can take control on the ground, and if this offensive line is built for it tough, man. Yo, Raheem Mostert is inactive today as well, guys. We're going to pull up the inactives and actives really, really soon. That'll be up on Twitter. Happy game day to everybody, man. Guys, get your questions in, man. Get your questions in. Pay your bar tabs. Salute everybody. Pay your bar tabs. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Hey, guys, listen. Let's transition. Let's get into some fantasy football. Get your fantasy football questions in. We're gonna get that rocking and rolling, and get your DraftKings, your FanDuel, your gambling stuff in. I'm gonna go over some prop bets. We're gonna go over some stuff around the league. Get wasted with your brother wasted, man. Get wasted with your brother wasted, man. Listen, one of the biggest plays, man. The Commanders, the Eagles, the Lions, the Bengals, and the Chiefs, right, this week, right? Now, we got some weather concerns around the league. That Panthers game and that Jaguars game, there's a chance of thunderstorm throughout the games. You got a lot of rain down there in Florida this time of year. Tends to be kind of spotty anyway. So that's going to be a big game. And one of the guys that I feel like are going to cook, even though it's in the rain, if you guys are wondering from a fantasy football perspective, is Trevor Lawrence, man. Trevor Lawrence is plus 22.7 in fantasy football against that Panthers defense. And Trevor Lawrence is a guy that I expect to kind of start realizing his potential a little more, right? Now, and the reason why I say this is, and a lot of people have given up on Trevor Lawrence. A lot of people say Trevor Lawrence is terrible and he's a bust and all this other stuff. But Trevor Lawrence is probably going to have kind of a genesis. He's going to have a resurrection because of his head coach, Liam Cohen. Now, Liam Cohen is one of the main reasons why Baker Mayfield was able to kind of start shaping into the player that he has become. Liam Cohen was excellent for Baker Mayfield down there in Tampa Bay, and now he is the head coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars. You are going to see some dividends posted from that game. And it's a big game for two young quarterbacks. They got a lot riding on this season, man. Bryce Young and Trevor Lawrence, man. But look, man, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Yo, this is a Trevor Lawrence special. Start Trevor Lawrence today if you got him, right? Now, some of the worst QB matchups for the week, Jared Goff versus the Packers. That's minus 14% for Jared Goff. I don't think Jared Goff was a historically good quarterback last year for fantasy. I think they're going to be in a shootout, but I think Jared Goff is going to have some problems. This is the first game of Micah Parsons starting for the Green Bay Packers. He has an issue with his back. They had to give him some injections in his back, but they're going to probably use Micah Parsons as more of a specialist in pass rushing downs. That bodes bad for Jared Goff on third down. Daniel Jones versus the Dolphins. Terrible matchup. Daniel Jones has been putrid. He's normally a pretty good fantasy quarterback when he has a lot of starts, but I don't like him against the Dolphins today. And Justin Field versus the Steelers. The Steelers, just by the law of averages, have the best home field advantage in the National Football League. That is a tough stadium to play in. I don't like that game for Justin Field, man. Yo, we got some interesting inactives for the day too. Hey, man, we got to get the actives and inactives for the Raiders up, guys. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody that's rocking with your brother Wasted, man. You guys are freaking phenomenal today, man. freaking phenomenal today, man. Man. So look, I gotta get some inactives out here. We gotta look. I don't know if they put it up on Twitter. Hey, Graf, if they put it up, do me a favor, bro. Could you send it to me? Wait, oh no. So we got it today, right? This just in 3 minutes ago. Tristan McCollum is inactive. Raheem Mostert is inactive. Brennan Jackson, linebacker that we got from LA, is inactive. Charles Grant, the young fella, is inactive. Caleb Rogers is inactive, and JJ Pegues is inactive today for the Raiders. So look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that they might have started one of the rooks, man. I'm a little surprised, man. I'm a little surprised, man. I wanted to see JJ Pegues kind of get in there and kind of get after it, man. I like JJ Pegues, man. I like JJ Pegues, man. But I'm happy that we have, our backup quarterback ready to rock and roll, guys. Let me post these inactives so you guys can see them. We're gonna get this thing rocking and rolling here. Yes, that's right. Tristan McCollum, Raheem Mostert. That is very, very interesting. Raheem Mostert is a guy who's been in this league a while, man. And to be real with you, I thought Raheem Mostert would have been in a little trouble. Now his resume is the reason why he made his team. He has not really played a whole lot this offseason. He wasn't really available as much. He played the last preseason game very deep into the preseason game, but I thought that the Raiders would have kept Sincere McCormick. He has been jettisoned over to the 49ers, and happy trails, Sincere McCormick. But I'm just a little surprised by that. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. Leaky Fotu also not playing. Now, that is a big one for me. Pegues and Fotu not playing, more so Leaky Fotu. I thought Leaky Fotu was going to be a guy that was definitely going to start for us, man. Yo, so listen, this is a T-Book special, guys. This is a T-Book special. A T-Book special, man. A T-Book special. That's crazy, man. I had no idea Leaky was not starting, man. My dog, appreciate you, Graf. Yo, my guy, JT Douglas, the resident comedian of Raider Nation. Devin White on game day is a ready mofo. Watch. Yo, look, I'll be honest with you. This has been a Devin White special for me as well, guys. Salute to the over 600 of you guys. You guys are crazy up in here. We'll wake up with wasted early this morning. You guys know how early it is over on the West Coast. It's 8:30 in the morning. You guys are in here rocking and rolling with your brother Wasted. Man, I appreciate that, man. Telling my guy, man, Dax, he says, yo, Wasted, I am telling a friend, go Raiders. You damn right, my brother. Yo, salute to Hammer. Hammer's in the place to be. Yo, yeah, that's right. Go subscribe to Hammer too, man. Jordy Robinson is in the place, man. Jordy Robinson is in the place, man. That's my guy, man. He is a backup dancer for New Edition. Salute to him. Yeah, but guys, listen to me, man. Yo, so look, man, let's get in, guys. Get your fantasy questions in. If you guys want to keep it all Raiders, I know it is week 1, right? Get your fantasy questions in, guys. Get your fantasy questions in, man. Pride and purpose, man. My 4th season opening, rocking with the best. You damn right, my brother. Appreciate you, man. You are now rocking with the best. I appreciate you, man. Raider Dangerfield, been up since 3:30 a.m. on the West Coast. Asked to go into work for a little while. Now I'm ready for some football. Raider Dangerfield is always ready, bro. Oh, my God. There's nobody more ready than Raider Dangerfield for Raider football, man. Raider Dangerfield is always ready. That's right, for that content. Oscar Pons. Bro, I'm excited. I got the smoker going early. Yo, and guys, let me ask you guys something. Just break it up real quick. Yo, what you guys got on the grill today, man? I know you guys got it ready to write. Look, week 1 is like a holiday, man. Who's got the smokers rocking and rolling? Who's got the grills rocking and rolling? Where you guys watching the game? Like, what's going on? Yo, and anybody in the chat, if you guys are in Boston right now, yo, throw the flags up in the chat and let me know you guys are in Boston. We'll give you guys a quick shout out, man. All right, so look, we're going to get to the fantasy stuff. Listen, let me know where you guys are at. We going into the fantasy stuff for the next 10 to 15 minutes. My guy, Ben Carr, Emeka Obuka or Golden at flex, y'all. You got to go with Obuka, bro. You got to, man. Golden, I know Golden is a guy where we're looking at. He's a rookie. You're thinking, listen, man, he's going to be the number 1 receiver. But to me, right, you have a situation with Sam Darnold and all of them guys out there. They're going to try to show up and show out. To me, Emeka Obuka is a guy that's been in the league. I know that he can get, he can get separation. I know Emeka Egbuka is a guy that is pretty much trending to be the #1 receiver out there in Seattle. I think his target rate is going to be up pretty good. I'm going to be honest with you. I start Emeka Egbuka. I don't really know what Matthew Golden is going to be doing right now. So mad, Wasted. We selling Hot Wheels at the toy show, so we on our way to the show, but we got to watch it on the phone. Wanted to be home watching. So mad. Hey, Joe, man, that's what happens sometimes, man. That's what happens sometimes, bro. But as long as you got the game up, you good to go, bro. You got the game up, you good to go, man. You were good to go, man. Yo, my man, Garnett King, man, I have not been asleep. Went to parties last night. I'm ready for the game out here in LA. Let's effing go. Salute to the Raider Nation out in LA, my brother. Yo, Ben Bad says, I have fantasies about Scarlett Johansson, not football. Bang, effing Zoom. Bang, Zoom, Ben Bad. I'm surprised that you still even dream as old as you are, Ben Bad. Yeah, watch yourself, old guy. Talk about some Scarlett Johansson. I don't know if you can handle that, old fella. The F is wrong with you? I mean, Ben Bad is 197 years old. Talk about some Scarlett Johansson. The F is wrong with you, Ben Bad? Julio Jones is in Foxborough? Oh, yeah, we in Foxborough, Julio. Yeah, the Raiders are in Foxborough. Yeah, that's right. Bang Zoom. Ben Bad is 197 years old, fantasizing about what that might be the death of him. You don't want to go out like Richard Pryor's father did. Ben Bad. He said, should I roll out to the wharf and get some clam chowder? Yo, I don't know, my brother. Yeah, man, you damn right, bro. You damn right, yo. So look, man, let's get, guys, get your fantasy stuff in, man. Get your fantasy stuff in right now. Look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you guys some stardom sit-ins. I'll start it up. I will start it up, guys. Stardom sit-em for your fantasy football pleasure here, man. Look, I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. With this week, man, this is week 1. You kind of got to play to the back of people's baseball cards. You got to look at some of these matchups, right? Now, look, a heavy start for me, quarterback-wise, is Kyler Murray at the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints defense is horrendous, man. Murray is facing the Saints team that's breaking in the new staff. Kellen Moore and the defensive staff with Brandon Staley, who is horrendous. Will they be able to fix their problems down there? I doubt it. The Saints allowed the 6th most passing yards for quarterbacks last season, the 8th most rushing yards to that position. And New Orleans has 3 new starters, man. So this is a freaking Kyler Murray special. And we're going to stay in that plane with some #1 picks, right? The Panthers allowed the 3rd most fantasy points per game to quarterbacks last season, right? And they added a lot of young talent to their defensive free agency, right? But Carolina still does not have a good running mate for J.C. Horn. So pretty much, man, you can attack the other side of that field. And when you look at the weapons that the Jacksonville Jaguars have, Brian Thomas Jr., man, De'Ami Brown, Travis Hunter, this is going to be a Jacksonville special. And then you got to understand something, man. Liam Cohn is one of these guys that can scheme up an offense to get guys in space, man. As long as Trevor Lawrence isn't dinged up and he's healthy, he can sling it with the best of them, man. He should be able to start transitioning, and that's one of my stone cold lead pipe facts. Trevor Lawrence is a guy that's going to start working himself into a higher-end quarterback this year, right? A lot of people have Drake May as a sleeper this year. People say that the Raiders don't have a lot of proven talent in the secondary, especially cornerback. But I'm going to be honest with you, this is a rainy game. Drake May is a sit-em to me. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Raider fan, right? Stephon Diggs, you don't know what you're going to get out of Stephon Diggs right now. It's raining outside. He's had some hamstring issues and stuff like that. And then, the Raider defense is going to get after this kid. And I'm telling you guys right now, bro, one of the reasons that Pete Carroll did some of the things he did in free agency is this defense will be bringing the pain. This defense will be bringing the pain. So everybody thinks that they're going to be running free. People are going to be getting the snot knocked out of them today. Max Crosby is going to have a hell of a game today, man. A hell of a game today. My guys say, I like Lawrence as a sleeper this year in fantasy. Cohen turned around Baker's career. You damn right. You damn right. I listen, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a Raider fan, bro. I think that this is going to be a Max Crosby and Tyree Wilson special today. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Oh my God, man. I needed some water, man. Yo, we've been droning on for almost an hour, man. So waste what your brother wasted. Am I crazy for going Thornton Jr. over CMC? Yes, you are crazy for going Thornton Jr. over CMC. You're absolutely crazy. Listen, if you're trying to win money, if you're playing fantasy football, fandom and that kind of stuff, you gotta leave it to the side. This is his first game as a rookie, and you're not gonna start one of the three best fantasy backs in football. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Joe Villa, are you effing crazy? Look, and I'm a Raider fan through and through. Are you crazy? What is wrong with you, bro? Start Christian McCaffrey like your effing life depended on it, Joe Villa. Oh my God. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. Let's pray that you're right. We pray as Raiders that you're right. But in week one, you play the guy who has been on a historic run as a running back. The F is wrong with you, bro? Yo, Jeff Harmon, we already went over the inactive list already, kid. You miss a moment. You miss a lot over here at Raider Nation Unlimited. Jeff Harmon, the inactive list has already been posted on Raider Nation Unlimited. What the F is wrong with you? We're always on top of things. I got my guys in the chat keeping me on top of things. Yo, DJ Moore or Calvin Ridley for the flex. I'm going Calvin Ridley, bro. And I know, you know, you guys are like, you got a rookie quarterback, you got DJ Moore, you got the Ben Johnson caveat. I'm going Calvin Ridley for the flex because Calvin Ridley is the undisputed number one receiver down there in Tennessee. Cam Ward is a rookie. He is going to lean on Calvin Ridley heavy. He's going to probably get a lot more targets than DJ Moore. I'm going Calvin Ridley. He's gonna be force fed this year. There's no one else down there but him. And whatever Cameron Ward is going to do this year, I say 60 to 70% of it is going to be through Calvin Ridley. So listen, Calvin Ridley's Jordan on the mic. He wants to gamble. Go with Calvin Ridley, my guy. He goes, I've never minded losing week one in fantasy. Higher waiver wire slot to pick standouts. Yeah, but Villa, listen, bro. There's being a fan and it's being insane. We're talking about Christian McCaffrey here, bro. We're not talking about a rookie running back or something like that. You're talking about CMC here, bro. If you got a healthy CMC, he's a start 100 out of 100. 100 out of F and 100, man. What the F is wrong with you? Now, if Christian McCaffrey's hurt or anything like that, that's different. But if he's 100% healthy, if he's fresh as a daisy, you're starting Christian McCaffrey. I mean, we're insane as fans, bro. Like, for real, dude. The F is wrong with you, bro. Garrett Wilson and Jerry Jeudy, are we really asking this, bro? Are we really asking this? Are we really asking this? Nah, I mean, look, no. Jerry Jeudy is the guy out there. The thing with Bo Nix spreads the football around, right? Now we got to look at this Broncos matchup, right? Because this Broncos matchup, they're in a situation where they got a pretty decent matchup here, man. And I had my numbers and stuff up for the Broncos matchup. I should have had this thing, pulled up. I'm gonna find it. But guys, listen, when you're talking about the Denver Broncos are in a situation where, they have had some of the most consistency in a long time for that organization, man. They have a lot of consistency, man. The Titans are at the Broncos. The Broncos are going to roll in that game. The Denver Broncos have a pretty soft opening schedule, and the Mile High Stadium has the sixth best. They have the sixth best home field advantage. If we're being honest, man. The bottom line is this, man. The Denver Broncos have always had a great home field advantage. They have a rookie quarterback. Look, man, and we're talking strictly fantasy, man. We got to look at how many touches, a guy like a Jerry Jeudy's going to get? And is he the number one receiver out there? I think Jerry Jeudy is the guy that gets the most targets out there, if I'm being honest, even though Cortland Sutton is a guy who has definitely been effective. He's a big body receiver. He's a guy that kind of goes over the middle and stuff like that. But if I'm being honest, man, the Tennessee Titans, I'm gonna have to wait and see, man. Now the Broncos are 8.5-point favorite over the Titans. I'd take the Broncos in that. You got to go with the spread. The over and under is at 42.5 with that game. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd probably start Jerry Jeudy, man. I'd probably start Jerry Jeudy, and I like Garrett Wilson. But the thing with Justin Fields is a guy that played in college with Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson kind of is one of those guys that kind of gets his all the time. But the thing is, Justin Fields has to show me that he's going to be able to throw the ball downfield effectively. I see the New York Jets running the football a lot this year. And, Bo Nix and Sean Payton, yeah, they run the ball, but they definitely throw a whole hell of a lot. And Tennessee, they do have some solid pieces, you know what I mean? And their secondary, LeJarris Sneed and guys like that. But I'd go Jerry Jeudy, man. I'd go Jerry Jeudy. Now, look, some people are saying to stay away from this matchup. I wouldn't stay away from this matchup, man. I'll be taking the points at 8.5 with the Broncos. A lot of people will be taking, the Titans, but the Titans have to show me that they won't get boat raced in Mile High, man. They're going to have to show me that they won't get boat raced, man. I'm sorry. I think the Broncos are going to roll in this matchup, man. I really do. Wait, hold on, my guy, JT Douglas. The Titans won't even score. I think the Titans will score. I think the Titans will score, man. I think you're underestimating Cameron Ward and those guys there, man. I think they're going to score. I just think they're going to get boat raced. Wait, I keep forgetting Jerry Jeudy is on the Browns, bro. I'm old as hell. All right. Wait, Jerry Jeudy's a Brown. I forgot. I'm old here. I am old here. Listen. All right. Scratch that. Scratch that. Jerry Jeudy is a Brown. What the F am I talking about? That's my fault, man. You know I'm slacking. Yeah, I know I'm slacking, bro. I'm slacking, bro. Well, listen. We're good there. Forget everything I just said. Listen, you guys know that, old man Waste is going to make a mistake or two. You guys know what it is. Now, I'm not starting Jerry Jeudy as a Brown. No, Garrett Wilson, like your life depended on it. My fault, man. That's my fault, guys. I forgot Jerry Jeudy's a Brown, guys. My guy, JT Doug said they won't even score. Yo, salute. T-Nipple. Jerry Jeudy a Brown, bro. Get the F out of here, T-Nipple. My guy, Mr. Rogers. I foresee Spillane and Genty meeting head-to-head at the goal line. Hopefully, number 2 wins the battle. Mr. Rogers with the $5 smackaroonie. Bro, listen. I can foresee that too, right? The thing with Robert Spillane is Robert Spillane, man, got a lot of confidence. I think he got a lot of game from Max Crosby. And I think Robert Spillane is a guy that is going to continue, man, to go on a trajectory that he's on. I understand why the Raiders didn't pay Robert Spillane, but Robert Spillane is going to be a factor in his game, guys. It's going to be a factor. He is definitely going to be a factor, man. My man, Gotham City Raider. What was the thought on the Chargers-Chiefs game? I'm not too worried about them. Nothing in the game seemed to wow me except Joe Alt. Look, what I think is, I think that the field has come back. I think that the Kansas City Chiefs have kind of come back to the field in a sense, right? The Chiefs are a team that, if you just go off of history, normally when you start looking at a team and who you pick, you go with the best head coach and quarterback combination. And there's no better head coach and quarterback combination in the league than Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. But I think that, football is a game of attrition. And when Patrick Mahomes was on a rookie deal, the Chiefs did what they needed to do. They won a Super Bowl. But now they had to pay Patrick Mahomes. And now they had to go pay other people. And now that team is not as outfitted with talent as they used to be. And I think that as evident in the game against the Chargers. And the Chargers have gone out and they've upgraded all the way around. The Chargers are a freaking great team. The Chargers are, they have a lot of talent, with the quarterback. They upgraded. when it came to the coaching staff and everything, right? But I think the Kansas City Chiefs have kind of come back to the field. I think that the AFC West, every single game, guys, and I mean every single game, means something this year. And the Raiders are in a situation where the Raiders have to win games like this New England game. This game is going to set the tone for the rest of the season. It's only week 1, but I think that is a mantra that you use for other teams and not the Raiders. The Raiders have to win this game. They have to win this game. I'm going to say it for the 3rd time. He have to win this effing game, yo. Rudy the Vet Russo. F damn fantasy football. I live in reality. Let's go. Rudy the Vet Russo, you can get the F up out of here with your crap. We like fantasy football too. You don't like it, you get the F up out of here with your crap, Rudy. Don't make me send you to the gulags, Rudy. Yeah, my guy Zay, he said, I ain't gonna lie, the Chargers look different. Still whooping that. Yo, no, they look great. They look great. It's week 1 there in Brazil. It's a tough game to kind of judge, you know, how they're gonna be, right? But we have not had a whole lot of success in Los Angeles since they've moved into the new stadium. We haven't, bro. This is one of those games where we got to go out there and we got to exercise those demons. Yo, we got 700 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Yo, guys, listen. Guys over there watching NFL Network, you guys are cheating on Shieldmore. What the F's wrong with you? Yo, my guy, I'm over here watching NFL Network. They just did a bold prediction a little bit ago. Gerald McCoy bold prediction, Genty 201 rushing yards. What you think? From his lips to God's ears. I don't look, bro. I try to be balanced and measured when, you know, I talk about the Raiders, right? And I try not to be too overboard. Do I see a rookie getting 201 yards in his first game, bro? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I see him getting over 150. I don't know about 200, bro. If he goes for 200 yards, bro, I'm gonna be fit to be tied. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'll be honest with you, man. Tesser, he says you can't send mods to the gulags. You get the F out of here, man. I can. You guys can't. I can send you to the gulags. Everyone else can't. Yo, salute to everybody in the chat. Yo, salute to 700 in the room, man. My guy, Chuba Hubbard or Calvin Ridley for a flex. Now, Chuba Hubbard, man, is a guy that's been coming on late as of late, man. You know, if it's a PPR league, man, you know, a lot of the times you try to tend to go with the wide receiver, but I'd go with Chuba Hubbard, man. Chuba Hubbard is going to be one of my sleepers for this year, man. Chuba Hubbard is running against a Jacksonville Jaguars team, man, that, you know, is going to have to prove that they can stop the run. They're going to have to prove they can stop the run, man. I'd go Chuba Hubbard like your life depended on it right there, man. Chuba Hubbard is a guy that to me, man, is going to be a big sleeper this year, man. He's a big sleeper, man. You know what I mean? He blew away everybody's expectations, bro, last year. He is a guy that helped me, you know, getting the championship in my league last year. You know, he was running back 13 in fantasy points last year. And you know, he was a workhorse on every down last season, man. And he ranked 3rd in snap share too. So he's a guy that's going to be force-fed the ball, man. He's going to be a guy that's force-fed the ball, man. So I'd start now that's if Chuba Hubbard is healthy and ready to roll. I got to look at their injury report, guys. I don't have the whole league's injury report up. But if Chuba Hubbard is healthy and ready to roll, I'm going Chuba Hubbard. JT Douglas, this just in. Shannon Sharp no longer with the Broncos. Get the F up out of here. JT Douglas with your crap. What it do, Wasted? All I would like to see is the Raiders do is keep the division games close and win all the AFC games, road to playoffs. Yo, bro, I want to see him win everything, man. Wait, hold on. Rudy the Vet Russo with his crap. Yo, Wasted. Should I use Peyton Manning and Drew Brees today? You know what you should use, Rudy? You know what you're going to use? You're going to use a trip to the gulags for 5 minutes. 5 minutes for you, Rudy. Gulags. No commissary for you, Rudy. Gulags, and you damn right. That's what you can use. Get F up out of it. Everybody free Rudy. Free Rudy, everybody. That's free Rudy. Yo, block. Yo, salute to my brother Samoa Raider in the place, man. Samoa, what's up, man? Samoa, what's going on, my brother? How you doing, man? Hey, Samoa, what you got for the day, brother? You out in Boston? You out in Boston? Hey, Samoa Raiders are the place to be. Samoa, you out in Boston, my brother, man? What's your score prediction for the day, Samoa? Yo, how healthy? Listen, we're gonna get into the Will Campbell stuff too. Will Campbell is a rookie going up against Malcolm Kuntz and going up against Max Crosby. Even if he's healthy, that is a tough matchup. But he has an ankle injury. He's a tough kid. He's a guy who I think he only missed one game in college, so he's gonna be game and ready to go. But listen, this is a baptism by fire, man. I think. Listen, man. If you guys have that prop bet for Max Crosby getting a sack in this game, take that like your life dependent on it, bro. Oh my God, my guy Simone, he said, hell no. He goes, I'm watching for the comfort of my couch. LOL. But you know, I got Raiders 27-17. Listen, let me tell y'all something, y'all. Yeah, listen, Simone Raider 27-17. That's a pretty damn good score. That is the oops is in a place, y'all. That is a damn good score, man. I mean, listen, you got a young quarterback, you got a rookie tackle out there having to deal with Max Crosby. I think this is a Max Crosby special, everybody. It's a Max Crosby special, man. Listen, you got to definitely think that the Raiders would put up, 24 in a game like this. Geno Smith has been one of the better quarterbacks in this league as far as throwing the ball down the field. I think there's going to be a little issue with the Patriots, right? Dealing with Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is uncoverable, man. When you start thinking about a guy like a Brock Bowers, man, you got to start looking at the way that we do when you start talking about guys like Travis Kelce. He's a guy that is just unaccounted for and uncoverable, man. He really, really is, man. He really, really is, man. He really, really is, man. And I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. When you start talking about, the Raiders in the middle of the field, that's where most of this is gonna work. I think Geno Smith is gonna be, eating up the middle of that field in a real, real way, man. Wait, facts. I think Drake gonna have to hold it too long. Oh, whoa. Watch your mouth. This is a family show. J Raider 07. He's got to hold it too long. What the F are you talking about? My guy John Q is in the place, man. The Raiders always start strong. Think back to the season we beat the Ravens. Just pray for good health and no scandals. Yeah, we're going to be good to go, man. Now, when you guys start talking about scandals, you start talking about referees. The referees in these games are always a big issue, right? Now, let me see who's officiating the game for the Raiders and the Patriots, man. Let me see who's officiating the game, man, because that is something that is significant, right? Like, a lot of people don't understand how much referees matter in these games, man. You get guys like Sean Hockenly who are, these guys, Sean Hockenly. So Sean Hockenly's officiating this game. You guys sure about that? Because Sean Hockenly is, I mean, he calls penalties more than almost anybody else in the league, man. He really does. I'm trying to find that information for you guys right now, man. The home away penalties, man, are something that is really, really big when you start talking about, point share and stuff like that. But Sean Hockenly officiated games are 20 for divisions are 27, 15, and 1. 65% of the under in the career. It must be noted that Sean Hockenly is a guy who calls excessive pre-snap penalties. Excessive pre-snap penalties, man. He led the NFL calling 57.5 of the overall penalties on the offense in 2024, well above the league's average of 51.8. In raw numbers, his crew ranked number 1 in offensive penalties per game. Hockenlie has consistently ranked near the top for offensive holding penalties per game throughout his career. 2024 was no exception, man. False star offensive holding combinations accounted for 43% of Hockenlie's penalties. And I think Sean Hockenlie is doing the 49ers game. I don't think he's doing the Raiders game today, guys. We got Ron Tolbert doing our game this week, so we don't got to deal with Sean Hockenlie. We don't have to deal. It's Ron Tolbert today, guys. That was misleading. So if we listen, if Sean Hockenlie were the one that was officiating this game, you'd have to kind of err on the side of that being something that would be against the Patriots because they got the rookie tackle out there. Shout out to Rudy the Vet Russo home. He's free, y'all. Rudy the Vet Russo has been jettisoned from the gulags. He got his weight up. He got his read on in the gulags. And he's got his mind set to be successful out here in society again. Salute to my guy, Rudy the Vet Russo, y'all. But if I'm being honest, we can't allow the referees to influence this game, guys. We cannot let the referee influence this game, guys. It's going to be a soggy game out there. We have to be the ones to kind of we got to be the ones to curate what kind of game we have, guys. We really do. We can't allow Tolbert to be a guy to come in here and really, really influence the outcome of this damn game, man. They got to go out there and absolutely cook on offense and defense, man. Now, let me tell you something, man. The Patriots allowed 33.7 yards per drive last year, which is ranked 27th, right? So that Patriot defense was like a bucket with a hole in the bottom of it, man. You know what I mean? The Patriots also, allowed a league low average, man. When you start talking about takeaways last year, right? The Las Vegas running backs led the league's worst success rate per rush. That's going to go up for us. I think that doesn't really compute when you start talking about the Raiders this year. And shout out to my brother Shalib gifting 10 Raider Nation Unlimited memberships for the masses. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, bro. they say wasted plays, no favors. Even gulags the mods. Oh, that's a fact, yo. That's a fact. My guy Peter Farrell, he goes wasted. You absolutely right. Got to keep the refs out of the game. You definitely do. Yo, the Raiders rushing game is going to, I think a lot of the numbers, the raw numbers from last year just don't compute. The Raiders and the Patriots are two completely different teams, more so than anybody else in this league. There are a lot of numbers I can throw at you guys. I had a whole bunch of numbers that I had written down. We're not going to throw that at you guys. That stuff doesn't compute. These are two totally different teams. Totally different teams. JT Douglas. Nobody knows the McDaniel offense better than Brady. Now, look, I think too much is made of this Tom Brady stuff. Tom Brady has to, and listen, we know when you start talking about football, the rules are one thing and what the teams actually do are a whole nother thing. The rules are one thing. The rules are one thing, and what they actually do is a whole nother thing. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. Look, when you start talking about, Tom Brady's got to watch his he got to watch his P's, his Q's. He got to mind his P's and Q's when you start talking about what Tom Brady can kind of, say to the Raiders. Right, because he works for the National Football League too. He's calling games for CBS, right? But Tom Brady has nothing to do with this. When you're talking about knowing Josh McDaniels' tendencies, you got guys in his locker room who were coached by Josh McDaniels. You got Jacoby Myers. You got all of these guys. You got guys like Patrick Graham who worked under Josh McDaniels. I think that's more of an advantage for the Raiders. I think that's more of an advantage for the Raiders. You have a bunch of guys who were brought here by Josh McDaniels. You have a bunch of guys who know exactly what's going on in that offense. And guess what? You have a situation where you don't have that same level of familiarity with what Pete Carroll's going to do. I think the specter of the unknown is going to really help the Raiders. I think the familiarity, when you start talking about matchup and, and we're going to go through that. We're going to go through pros and cons, right? So let's start this up, man. Let's start this up because, look, when you start talking about the head coach matchup, the coaching staff matchup, I'm going to give the edge to the Raiders on that. I'm giving the edge to the Raiders on that, right? You know, Pete Carroll is one of the deans of the National Football League. You know, Mike Vrabel is a terrific coach, but he is no Pete Carroll. No Pete Carroll. I give it to Pete Carroll. I give the specter of the unknown to Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly was in college football last year. I don't think that the Patriots are really sure what Chip Kelly's going to do. They're not really sure about the tendencies. They're not really sure of how Pete Carroll is going to coach this particular team. Now, the one thing that Josh McDaniels can do is he can kind of try to attack Patrick Graham because they have coached together. Patrick Graham does have a lot of tendencies, but I think you can kind of shoot that to hell in a sense because of the fact that Pete Carroll is in the building. Guys, we're 49 minutes out from the game too, guys. We 49 minutes out, guys. We are 49 minutes out. I think that when you start talking running game, right? The running game for the Raiders and the running game for the New England Patriots, I think you kind of got to give you kind of got to give that a tie, right? Because Henderson is looking very explosive, right? Ramon Stevenson is a guy. Well, you know what? Look, I'm gonna put my Raiders guys up. I'm giving the edge to the Raiders. We got it in the run game. When you start talking about the quarterback matchup, I'm giving it to Geno Smith. Geno Smith is a proven he's been Ford tough in this league. I'm giving it to Geno Smith over Drake May. I don't give a good goddamn. I'm giving it to Geno Smith. I'm giving it to Geno Smith, y'all. Been bad. We wrote the book about cheating. That's right. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, y'all. And Zay's absolutely right. Based on, you know, the preseason, we are running the Pete scheme, not the Graham scheme. You can't really say that, bro. Can't really say that, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why. When you start talking about what they do in preseason, that is not conducive to what's gonna happen during the regular season, bro. That's not conducive, bro. That is not conducive, yo. And make sure you guys go subscribe to Jalen Richard, the running back report. This is a new show that is going to happen down there at Oak Las Vegas. It's going to happen over there with Jalen Richard. I will be showing up on the show from time to time. You guys going over there, go subscribe to Jalen Richard, the former Raider. This is going to start happening this week. They're going to break down all of the running backs, the matchups and stuff like that. It's going to be great. This is something that Shieldmore brings to you that no other team. And we're also going to be doing the show with Garyon Connolly. I had something worked out with Garyon. Shout out to Garyon. You know, I'm going to be doing something collectively with Graphic with the Garyon Connolly show. But then me and Garyon, I'm going to be doing an audio pod with Garyon too. We're going to talk a little bit about college football. So I need for you guys to pull up. Shout out. He's a friend of the show, Garyon Connolly, former #1 pick to the Raiders. Listen, man, yeah, things are gonna be popping. They're gonna be rocking and rolling down here with Graf, myself, and all of the Shieldmore guys, man. You know, look, we gotta do some things that are a little different this year, and it's gonna be a great season, y'all. Great season, y'all. Salute to y'all, yo. We are under an hour to week 1. My guy, JT Douglas. Nobody knows McDaniel offense better than Brady. That's a fact, and we went over that with the $2 slap of Rudy. Sorry, you dead wrong. Send me to the gulags. JT Douglas, let me tell you something. You're cruising for a bruising. You will be going to the gulags. You will be going to the gulags, y'all. So look, let me ask you guys a question. When you guys are talking about defensively, who do you guys have the edge? Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Right now, until proven otherwise, I think this is a push here. I think this is a push. I think, you know, the Patriots with Christian Barmore coming back, and you know, just on paper, it's a push, right? But I'm going to give the edge to the Raiders today because they have a humongous injury with Christian Gonzalez not playing. So listen, the Raiders need to win this game, bro. Busy for the last few months, but it's good seeing everyone when the season starts. Hope all is well. Raiders, my dog Rick Glenn. Yo, my guy Rudy DeVet Russo has a 45-minute countdown on the game. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. The game is rolling, man. The game is rolling, man. Yo, the Patriot defensive line is crazy good. Yeah, they are. But our defensive line is crazy good. But the Patriots have an issue in that secondary today. Christian Gonzalez is a significant Significant player, bro. If they don't have Christian Gonzalez, I see Geno Smith targeting them in a big way. Now, when you start talking about defensive tackles, the Patriots got it in spades. Christian Barmore is a beast. But when you start talking about edges and Milton Williams and all these guys, Milton Williams is a guy that is a one-year wonder. We got Max Crosby. This guy's going to walk into the Hall of Fame. I give the edge to us, man. And listen, Tag Zohan, I am worried about the secondary as well, bro. And I'm not so much worried about the secondary as a whole. I'm worried about our cornerback room. But today we're going to see it in a real way because the secondary is going to be tested with a guy like, listen, bro, when you talk about Stephon Diggs, he's a guy that produces everywhere he's been in this league, man. Yo, and salute to the Raider Nation on the West Coast. Everybody that's on the West Coast, salute to everybody on the West. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Yeah, there's some weather at Foxborough. Yo, we done went over that already. We went over that already. Yo, I wanted to ask you guys something, man. Listen, we'll Wake Up with Wasted. We love talking to races week one. I know you guys don't want to do too much fantasy stuff, right? But guys, I need y'all to get y'all questions in. My guy, I need y'all to get y'all questions in. We're gonna rock for another 15 minutes. We're gonna get off the air at 12:30. Give that half an hour cushion. You guys go on ahead. We're gonna go get ready, go get right. Y'all let me know what y'all eating for the game, what y'all drinking, where y'all watching it. Yo, this is gonna be a splendiferous. Okay, I'm so excited for this game, man. My prediction, and I don't like doing score predictions, man, but I got the Raiders scoring over 30 points this game, even in the rain. I got the Raiders winning 31 to 20. California's in the place. Raider Juju's in the place, man. Genty's gonna cook today. I got Genty going for over 150 yards, man. My guy, Richard Snyder, drinking some Miller High Life. My dog, Ruben Russ. And Landon Roberts will have a great week one. He will blow up McDaniel's pull power. He does great against pulling guards. He definitely does, right? And we got to get in a situation where, Landon Roberts is not going to be getting picked on in pass coverage, man. Salute to my guy, Ruben Russ, with a $5 holler, man. Yo, my guy, Rudy the Vet Russo says, salute to all the nation out west. When the East is in the house, oh my God, danger. What you know about that? Blase, Rudy. Have a great day, Raider Nation. Yo, salute to you. See Gonzo not playing. It might be a coming out party for Dante Thornton. I think it's going to be a coming out party for Trey Tucker, guys. I'm telling you, this is going to be a Trey Tucker special, man. Bam Coffee, he's drinking his coffee, man. 9:18. So we know that you're not a sick puppy out here drinking liquor early in the morning. Eddie Tomlinson rocking with the Simone Raiders score. 24-17, go Raiders. You damn right, man. John Q. Genty and Zeus versus Henderson and Stevenson. Oh, baby. Bowers and Max are game breakers. Jamal Adams scoop and score. It's from your lips to God's ears. Yo, guys, give me y'all score predictions before we get up out of here, man. My guy, Cisco Duarte, French toast and iced coffee, man. That is a nasty, nasty combination from a sugar perspective. Yo, West, y'all. My guy, Eddie Thompson in the place. Yo, Ken Kress. Oh, my God, man. This has been a vibe all day, man. Salute. My guy, DeMarcus Webb is a sick puppy. He got the Hennessy shots on deck already, y'all. Peter. February Live. My guy, 27-23, Raiders in a thriller. Got the Raiders covering. Salute to everybody. My guy, Mad Mike is in a place, man. Yo, my God, man. The F is going on. Diabetes City right there, man. So that's a nasty combination, man. Yo, look, I got one thing to say. I don't have any more. I don't have any more analysis right now. We're going to be rocking and rolling. You guys pull up right after the game. I will be back. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Look, just win, baby. That's what's going to happen today, man. JWB. They did a dedication to Al Davis in Brockton, Mass. Look, we got to win this one for Al, man. Yo, Gerard Pope got us winning by 1 point. Winning by 1 point, man. Look, I respect it. I got us winning for more. Zay, F all the negative naysayers, bro. In the offseason. The season is back. I'm delusional again. 40-0. I love it. If you like it, I love it. Yo, my guy Christian Barmore and Milton Williams versus the thick 320-pound Dylan Parham and JPJ is my favorite matchup. We will learn how good this offensive line is too. And listen, guys like Christian Barmar are truth machines. They're truth machines. Yes, I'm going to love this matchup, but I think Milton Williams will be going up against our left tackles and stuff like that. So Christian Barmar versus my guy JPJ is going to be a big one. That's going to be a one to watch right there. That's a one to watch right there. 27-17, coffee until the game time. That's right, man. That's right. 27-7. Yo, that seems to be the score. 27-17. Yo, we gotta give our props to Samoan Raider. Listen, if it goes to 27-17, Samoan Raider, we gotta give him props on the post show. Gotta give him props. King Gibby in the place, man. 3 clicks. Located the pom-poms. I thought that said something else. 3 clicks. It's a family show. You're about to get blocked. Yo, still not a forecast that'll put me right with the nation. So I'll just go back to back of the classroom. I don't know what that even means. Maybe I read that wrong. Located the pom-poms, but still not a forecast that'll put me right with the nation. So I'll just go to the back of the classroom. With that said, let's effing go. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to take it as disrespect. 3 clicks. The F up out of here with your crap. Rick Glenn, where can you stream the game live? Any suggestions? Rick Glenn, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I got NFL season ticket, my brother. But listen, you got to pull up on Graphic Raider, man. They're going to be doing the game show live. They're going to give you the play-by-play. It's the best play-by-play in the effing business. And then after that, you will be getting the post-game show. And you never know who could show up on the post-game too, guys. Start Tucker or Thornton in my fantasy team today. Look, Dante Thornton has been looked at really favorably by this team. But if I'm being honest, I would probably start Trey Tucker. I think Trey Tucker is going to absolutely cook this game. I think Trey Tucker is the matchup problem for the Raiders today. And I think Trey Tucker being the vet and the guy he is, I think Trey Tucker is going to definitely be one of these guys that's going to score today. I think Stream East got cooked, y'all. But yo, listen, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. I heard Stream East got cooked, man. Yo, I'm trying to be positive, but it seems to me that they're turning a new leaf on the roster. Same thing Jordan and Jeter did. Bro, you talking about Michael Jordan and Derek Jeter? What the F are you talking about? What the F is going on here? V. Breesley. He says Trey Tucker is a scrub. V. Breesley, you got to go to the back of the room, bro. You got to go to the back of the room with that crap, V. We don't want no effing negativity in here. You get the F up out of here. Yo, and that's right, man. Salute, yo, rock on the Nebron Ball, man. Rock on. Yo, salute to him, bro. Salute to him, bro. Yeah, you talking about when they became owners? Bro, Tom Brady is not the main owner of the Raiders, bro. Cut that shit out. Get up out of here before you get blocked. Raider family, he goes, I have ticket, but Darfur Sports works. The F up out of here. It's a family show. That's right. So huge lines of blow. Yo, Rudy, you got to chill, yo. You got to chill. Why did I even put that up, yo? Why did I even put that up, man? The F is wrong with you. Okay, on some real. I don't see it in Trey Tucker, but I really want to. Like, I want him to change my mind, but I really haven't seen. There's a lot of things that you haven't seen, T-Nipple, but that's what I'm here for, to make you see it. The F is wrong with you. Rudy is a degenerate. Rudy will be putting the... Yo, V. Breezer, spit it facts. Raiders doing voodoo on our fan base with this offseason. V. Breezer, listen. What I'm going to tell you is this, man. This is what I'm going to tell you. And I don't want to do this to you, V. Breezer. I don't, bro, because I like you, man. But I'm going to tell you something right now.
Shut your lame ass up.
Get the F up out of here with that negativity, man. What's wrong with you?
Man, you a bitch.
F is wrong with you, V. Breezer. You coming in here on week 1 with that crap? Don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that crap. You get the F up out of here with that crap. I mean, I can't believe you, bro. It's week 1 and you coming here with that nonsense.
God! Wow!
What the F is up with you? That's right, Bobby Salindo. No distractions while watching our team play. Look, I love when Graph and Hammer stream during the game. They do that for the nation. I appreciate you. Yeah, you'll see me after the game. If we lose, you can come and be just as negative as you want to be. You know, hey, bro, you know I love you. I love you, bro. But don't start that crap before the game. Don't you start that. Don't you look. So look, V Brizza, you said this roster is trash, right? You're saying that. So if the Raiders go out there and win, I don't want to hear that bullshit. You better come in here and you better repent your sins to the nation. I'm honest too. But yo, if the Raiders win today and they look good, you come in here and you repent. The F up out of here with your crap. Throwing a team under the bus. He said, you apologize to the nation. Listen, and guess what? If you do, I will let you cook. I will let you cook. But it's not, but yeah, bro, not today, bro. Not today. This is the first, it's like Christmas Day, bro. You be disappointed at what you didn't get for Christmas after Christmas. You don't do it today. That's what I'm talking about, McLuffy. Yeah, not today. It's about the Shield. We all back in the Shield today, man. What the F is wrong with you? Come on, man. Look, V Breeze, look. He said, "What? See, they all want me to put you in the gulags. They all want me to put you in the gulags." Davy Jones' locker. Look, when you go to Davy Jones' locker, you don't come back. That's when you get blocked unceremoniously and you don't come back. Look, bro, I think I got about like almost 1,500 subscribers blocked, yo. It's ugly, bro. It is ugly, man. You damn right I did. Y'all stressing me out. Nah, no, you don't gotta leave, bro. Look, you entitled to your opinion, bro. Seriously, bro. I appreciate you pulling up. But yo, we look, man. We in full delusional fan mode. This is week 1, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do that. I respect the opinion, bro. I respect, like, y'all don't gotta come in here agreeing with me, dog. Y'all don't. Y'all really don't. Y'all don't have to agree with me. That's not what this is about. This is an exchange of ideas. We are big boys in here. We are big boys. He said, "How about that?" You know, that's fair, bro. Look, bro. You entitled to your opinion, bro. It's just week 1, bro. Come on now. Congratulations on the come up with subscribers that wasted. Bro, I haven't really made no significant strides with subscribers, bro. Because we do it all organic over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? But what I would tell you is this, man. It was over 700 of y'all watching, right? Look, if you guys are subscribers, I appreciate you. If you aren't, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps. It helps me out, helps the algorithm out. And if you guys want to see this Raider content creator thing continue, yo, it's imperative that you hit the subscribe button on all these Shieldmore shows, right? Because yo, we got to make sure we putting quality content out there for our team, bro. I think we got the best group of content creators that there are in the National Football League, if I'm being honest. I do. There's a lot of guys that are doing great work. Great work, man. Great work. And Anthony, guess what? I'm going to help you unsubscribe, Anthony. Where you at? Get the F up out of it. Anthony was just banned for his comments. Banned. The F up out of here. And y'all see the link right there. Wasted Talent Raiders, at Wasted Talent Raiders. It's 12:30, y'all. I think we're gonna run over there. We're gonna let you guys breathe. Get yourself ready. Get your snacks. Get your licks. Get everything y'all need. Pull up after the show. Graph and Hammer are going to be doing the live stream, y'all. Going over there to Graphic Raider. Listen, let me tell y'all something. It is an absolute party over at OLV, y'all. Absolute party. Salute. Hit that subscribe button here. Hit that subscribe button over there at Graph's house as well, man. And I appreciate it, yo. My guy, Angelo Greco. More people need to put their money where their mouth is and switch to authentic creators like this and get off of ESPN, NFL. Yo, bro, look, I'm not hating on nobody, right? But the thing is, bro, this is the thing, bro. Look, I'm honest about this team, but I love this team. And I think that's the center of what we do, right? We love this team. I'm not going to come on here and just crap on the Raiders because I don't watch the NFL. Like a lot of these guys on these major platforms don't even really know the roster. They don't know the team. It's easy to go and say that the Raiders aren't going to be good because we haven't been for a long time, right? So, yo, you have to really like how this year I sat up here and told you guys that the Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence are going to play well. But I don't know if the Jaguars are going to win a lot of games, but I know Trevor Lawrence will play well because I'm actually watching. I see what's going to happen. It's a stone cold lead pipe fact. It's a stone cold lead pipe fact. But Angelo, I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all are over here. Make sure y'all subscribe. I appreciate y'all, yo. My guy Ben Bag said, thanks for the abuse. Ways to have a fantastic day. Thank you, guys. Love every single one of y'all. Let's go. Yo, the Raiders, 30-20. We winning today, y'all. Get hyped. Get happy. Going over there to OLV. Go subscribe to my brother Graf. Graf is about to start rocking. They're about to start their show, y'all. Love every single one of y'all. Wait, so who should I start between Jacoby and Henderson in my flex for fantasy? Probably Henderson, bro, because he's running back number 1 there. Jacoby Myers might not get as many targets. It's going to be a rainy game. I think both teams are going to commit to the run very, very early, y'all. But y'all, going out there, man. Love every single one of y'all. Pull up after the game. We will be right over here, man. Y'all have a terrific, terrific game, man. Go Raiders, y'all. Peace.